Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz.
And I'm Scott.
And we're keeping you in the loop of the guitar community. Should do a jazz one.
You just want to scat? Or, Well, that's a great test to see if the clipping indicator is working on your audio interface.
Well, I'm not clipping it doing that.
Wow.
I was backing up from the mic. I was actually trying to do things right. I don't just eat the mic the whole time. Only when I'm hungry.
Is that on the diet?
What? Is that on the diet? No, I don't think so. What animal does a microphone come from? That's been fun on the diet, is getting the people who are like hardcore carnivore people, and then there's like ketovore, and like like there's people who just kind of mix and match, and it's like the people who go on there, they're just like, someone was like, I forgot what they had, and they're like, well, what animal is that from? And we're like, calm down, dude. People are nuts. But anyhow, this episode's brought to you by our Patreon supporters. You know who you are if you're doing that. If you're not doing it, do it. Patreon.com/theeffectsloop. All right, Scott, what's new?
Well, as predicted last week, the Core OS operating system for the Quad Cortex came out. So I've got that all up and running now on mine. A lot of UI enhancements. They have some, like, I don't know, they have like 100 new features. So it's been a lot to kind of dive through. It's not, like, it doesn't sound any different, right? But there's just a lot of, like, usability, quality of life updates that came out with this, which hopefully means they can stop focusing on that and start adding features. And future updates, too. So still fingers crossed for harmonic tremolo.
Yeah.
But yeah, been playing around with that. That's about all the new Guitar Gear part of my life. What's new with you, Diaz?
I got a gift from a friend of the show, the host of 40 Watt Podcast, Mr. Philip Carter. We've talked about many times how the little child that appears in the episode every once in a while, she loves Frozen. So I got the Hal Leonard Frozen soundtrack, easy piano book, which has chords and everything. So,
can you read music for piano? I know you play piano.
I can read music. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a piano around the house?
No, I don't. I've talked to the girlfriend, but we do not have room for one. So I've wanted to get a really nice, like, just MIDI keyboard, like something weighted that I could have some fun with. So I honestly haven't read music in so long. I need to practice. I need to brush up on it.
Yeah, it kind of takes a bit to kind of get back into it.
Yeah. I can read tabs like crazy, though. 17B.
I really can't read tabs anymore. Like, I mean, like, inherently I look at them and I know what's going on, but, like, I don't read tabs ever. Like, most of the time I'm learning by ear now, so, like, I don't do that.
Listen, Nashville number systems or GTFO, you know?
I mean, yeah, it's Nashville number, chord charts, learn the licks by ear, and half the time, like, I just find a video of the guy playing it, and I go, oh, that's where his hand is, and then I'm done.
1, 5, 7, 4. Sorry.
Yes, those are Nashville numbers.
Yeah. 16. You're like, whoa, what? Go up 2 octaves, you dumbass. Sorry. I don't know why that would happen, but oh yeah, so that's what's new. Let's go on to some gear news.
Let's do it.
We're recording at a weird time for us. It is like 3:30 my time on a Saturday afternoon. I'm craving a nap pretty hardcore. So
how often do you nap?
Very rarely. I used to nap quite a bit whenever I was single because fuck it, I didn't have anything else to do. But now napping just does not happen often.
Well, like, when did you start dealing with your sleep apnea?
A couple years ago.
Okay. Did that change your napping?
Well, and it made it better. It was one of those. I don't know. For like the first year I had my CPAP, I napped because I could. You know, it was like I loved sleep so much.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost an addiction. Like after, like when you go so long without getting good sleep, and you start getting good sleep, it's really like I was craving it like some people crave alcohol or drugs or something. I was just like, I want to sleep really bad and enjoy it and wake up and feel rested and feel great. So
interesting.
like I cannot sleep without my CPAP machine at all.
It's just part of your routine now, right?
It's part of, I cannot breathe. Like,
wow.
It's like you go from being able to actually breathe when you sleep, and then you like stop, and you're like, holy crud! It's a struggle to sleep. And that was the thing back then. I only slept because my body was so physically exhausted it couldn't do anything else. And then it never got actual rest, so I was just always exhausted, and that's why I could sleep whenever I didn't have my CPAP. But now that my body's actually getting rest and everything, it's one of those, like I try to go to sleep, and because my body's not comfortable, I can't go to sleep. Like our puppy Chewy, he loves chewing up my masks, my CPAP masks, and I've gone through about 4 of them already, and he just destroys them. And whenever it happens, if I don't have a backup, it's the worst time waiting for it. Luckily though, I figured out, because he likes to chew the rubber parts more than anything, it's a rubber silicone or silicone rubber. And I found a good adhesive, some Loctite silicone that actually will adhere to that. And I can fill in the gaps and actually be able to breathe. So, yeah, that's what it was. That was like, I almost cried whenever I realized that silicone, because nothing else works. The only thing that bonds the silicone is silicone for the most part.
You haven't tried Flex Seal?
I did not try Flex Seal. Damn, that would have been a good idea. Nah, probably not.
But I mean, yeah, if you got something that's working, you got something that's working. You're good to go.
Oh yeah, it was like when I like about cried. I was just like, I'm gonna be able to sleep. I went one night without my CPAP, and it was horrible. Like I only worked half a day because I was so drained. But all right, now that we get out of the medical section of the podcast, Korg launches the TR-S power tube reactor and the HD-S distortion. 2 new build it yourself new tech pedals.
So this is such an interesting bit of stuff here. One, it continues Korg's entry into trying to make guitar pedals using their new tubes, which I still wouldn't say has really taken off into the mainstream yet.
Yeah.
So this brings in basically a harmonic distortion and a power tube reactor. So they are what they are. But the fact that they're DIY on top of that just is kind of weird to me.
Yeah. So what exactly do you do?
I think all the parts are there. You just assemble it yourself, which might be a way of them trying to... Because, if you're not soldering the board together, what are you... That's just like a DIY pedal.
Are they using like quick connect stuff?
They're probably just socketed things that you just kind of drop in.
Just to make you feel good about yourself. Like it's almost like my first pedal build.
Yeah.
Or do you remember how like the plastic models had different levels? Like they had the snap-ons, then it's painted, but you glue it, or or then it was like, oh, you have to glue it and paint it, or you glue it and there's decals, then there's, oh, you glue it, you paint it, and there's decals. Yeah. This is like the snap-on version, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I don't get where they're going with all this, to be honest with you. Like, this isn't...
It doesn't make sense.
It's not a wildly successful line in my eyes so far of this whole new tube technology. It's been too expensive the whole time.
How much are they?
So coming in 199 pounds for something you build yourself, it's just too much.
Yeah. It's... I don't know. Like I feel like Korg's totally missing the mark. It perplexes me why they would do this.
Well, and then the other weird part is, so they have these trim pots that you can edit, like tweak to like do different things. They're behind a rubber piece on the top, and you pull that off, and then you have to bring a screwdriver down to adjust them.
1 second. I had to pause your games downloading so I could record my podcast because it took all the internet. That's why I was yelling at you. So if you listen to the pre-ep, you can hear me yelling for Jude. And now in the actual episode, you can hear Jude finally responding to me yelling.
Wow, that was like half an hour ago.
I know. What? I can't hear you. Oh, all you heard was me yell game? Oh. So he's just like, never mind, I ain't paying attention. I don't know what he's saying. Spoken like a true boy.
How old's Jude?
Jude is 11.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. He shook his head yes because he saw the uncertainty because I was about to start counting on my hands.
Father of the year right now.
Oh my gosh.
You wouldn't have made it to 11 on your hands.
He'll be 12 this year. Yeah.
I have to thank goodness, because then your pants would have to come off, and yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way to count to 11. I don't have any feet.
So anyway,
yeah.
If this is if you're willing to take a risk on something, I think this is a thing. If you listen to it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the sound cool. I want, maybe, but I just don't.
They don't look cool or anything.
I don't see it.
I mean, I see them, and I see what they're trying to do, but I don't dig it.
Yeah. They're using the right kind of knobs, though. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's all I got.
Yeah. Good job on the knobs.
Oh, also, naming the pedal the TRS.
Yeah. So you heard me when I was reading that. I was like, TR-S. Yeah.
Terrible. I don't know, in non-English speaking countries, if TRS still carries through the same connotation, but
what does TRS stand for?
Tip ring sleeve.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Oh gosh, wow. Yeah. And TS is tip and sleeve.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
T is just the tip. Reverb celebrates 10 years of the Red Panda particle with special limited edition run. So it's like green. It's like grayish black maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a cool pedal. I mean, in some ways, it kind of, I would say, the granular delay of the red particle, or the Red Panda particle, inspired things like the Chase Bliss Mood and a few other kind of pedals that are out there too. So really cool one. Yeah. If you don't want to do the whole Chase Bliss nonsense, this is more affordable and more.
There's a lot of people who absolutely love this, and I love the color on this, because what color is it normally? Is it red or white?
I think it was red.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I like this color combo a lot. It kind of looks like a panda. Looks like a panda's fur. That's about the color I think of a panda as.
You don't think pandas are red?
So red pandas are foxes. So there's that. Or something like that.
Are they?
Isn't a fire fox is a red panda, is it not?
I don't think so.
Am I wrong about that? You know what I don't want to be wrong on, though?
What's that?
That more and more leaks are happening from IK Multimedia about the Tonex becoming a pedal. There are leaked photos out there. There was a leaked bunch of different things. So if you recall, Tonex is IK Multimedia's amp capture and effects capture technology. So using a similar kind of idea of like what the Kemper or the Quad Cortex, or I think the XFX has something close to it. They do an EQ matching kind of thing. I don't know what they do on the gain side. But it's been leaked, which also means this might be your first, amp sampler pedal size thing that we've been begging him begging Kemper to do.
For. Yeah.
To give some hints of the sizes, it's about it's a 3-button. So we'll have bank up and down.
So probably about the size of a timeline. Maybe a little bigger.
They're thereabouts. I would actually say it's about the same size as their other pedals.
Yeah.
So I know, was it Worship Tutorials just did a big long playthrough of all 4 of their pedals. So I think this is going to fit in that product line, which if I recall correctly, all the other effects, didn't they have crazy low power demands?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
If I remember right, they were not like 500 milliamp pedals. They were like 100 milliamp pedals. Like they could be powered by a typical supply. So speculating that could be really awesome.
It's very no frills on the like display or anything like that.
Yeah, it's basically it's an LCD little text, and then you've got parameter gain, bass, mid, treble, and volume knobs, a preset knob, and a model knob. So it's going to be just the amp capture. It's not going to be probably, buried reverb. Oh, well, no, there's reverb, compressor, noise gate, depth. I can't read the other one. And there's a hold alt. So it looks like all those knobs will have secondary functions.
Now this is one of those that I can actually get excited about, because the other ones were just like, okay, it's their algorithms put in the box, and like the algorithms weren't anything to write home about.
They were good.
They
were good. Okay. I was just like too far away. I was already past the point where I was in the market for something like that for their old stuff. But
yeah, but this is gonna be impressive.
Now, what would be amazing is if it comes in like the $350, $400 standpoint that a lot of other stuff is sitting around. We'll see.
It's probably going to be either $399 or $499. That's the two to pick from.
I kind of wonder if this could get up to $600.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think you're going to see these. Because $600 is the HX Stomp, right?
Yeah.
So
$650, I think, is the HX Stomp now, something like that.
Okay, so about that price point versus the 400-ish for like the Universal Audio options in there, and there's the Strymon option,
the hot one, Hotone.
Yeah, so I think there's plenty of cause or rationale for trying to price it high. But I can also see them pricing it too high and then discounting it because no one... IK Multimedia is still not a sexy brand.
Deal of the day.
Oh, I would be all over it at that point.
Yeah.
They're saying rumored prices in one of these things is around $500. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think $499 is going to be the price point. Maybe $549.
But exciting. This is what we've been wanting as guitar players for a really, really long time. So, if product images and stuff is starting to leak, that means it's right around the corner, or they're going to delay it a while, like they did the DL4. Like the DL4 leaked so early.
Yeah.
But,
Mark II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what didn't leak?
Well, yeah. You tell them. I ain't telling them. I ain't leaking it.
All right. Big Ear Pedals has launched a new pedal in collaboration with 60 Cycle Hum called the Wacka.
Yeah.
A boost pedal, no knobs, and 9-foot switches.
Yeah.
Each one just basically being a randomish. They're not random. Like each one has a preset.
They're all the same boost.
I think they're different amounts.
They're all the same. It just continuously increases. So
it's kind of like the more, but it's the more.
Yeah. So the whole point of this is
I lost count, but I was close.
It's actually to just hit down and see how many buttons light up.
Yeah, and they even include a wooden mallet with it. Just have
that's great. I love it. I love Grant and Karen. They like to do weird stuff.
Yeah. It's only $250.
Is it
But
sold out yet?
it's only 60 units. Last time, I don't know if it's gone on sale yet. As of recording, I know
Inner Circle got heads up.
Yeah. It is currently showing as out of stock on their website.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of it was the artwork, where it's Ryan flailing something and Steve just like death staring, and then you have Grant and Karen behind in like hooded sweatshirts. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, you need, if you go to the Big Gear page, it's the third image.
Oh.
Definitely worth looking at. I'm assuming Karen made that because Karen's the artist in this group. Well, Ryan is too, but this feels like a Karen.
Not like that type of Karen. Good Karen.
Our favorite Karen.
Oh, it's like like the Wacko like a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Yeah. And on the bottom of it, what does it say? It says, another dumb idea from 60 Cycle Hunt brought to you by your friends at Big Ear Pedals. I love it.
Yeah. This is a fun short run pedal that hopefully everyone makes good on, and it'll be great. The last pedal on our list, I preemptively say last pedal. Yeah, it is the last pedal on the list. Is Blackstar launching the Amped 2, which is a 100-watt pedal board amp with built-in effects.
Yeah. I want to mess with one of these.
I think I know a Patreon supporter of ours who would probably be in on this. This seems like up his alley.
Jason?
No.
Tom?
This seems like a Tony thing.
Tony. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Tony.
So you got a 100-watt amplifier in there, USB MIDI connectivity, onboard effects. I'm assuming they say it's designed to sound like a real tube amp. There's a response control circuit for 3 distinctive power valve responses, EL34, 6L6, and EL84. I'm assuming that is digitally done.
Yeah.
Or at least like analog sim. I don't think that's a real tube amplifier happening in there. And then you have, drives, modulations, delays, reverbs. They can all be kind of brought in there. You got dedicated foot switches for drive, mod, and delay and reverb. So it doesn't look like it's like 4 individual things. It's like they're hard coded to be what they are. And you got individual controls for all of them. So no real like menu deep diving.
This is great for people who don't like going digital on things, but still want the convenience of being able to run direct.
Yeah, it looks like there's still there's MIDI and USB compatibility in there, so there's still going to be some type of digital controls, but it's like not high level. It's not a high barrier to entry on it. It looks really simple. It does have power reduction down to 1 watt. So you can power a cab with it, go direct, or connect to the front end of a traditional amp. And everything in between. I don't see pricing yet in America Freedom dollars yet, but it is. Sorry, I'm clicking buy now and then trying to go to AMS's website. $650. So
it's not horrible for all that's included in it.
No, we were just saying that's HX Stomp territory. This is HX Stomp functionality with a power amp in it.
Yeah.
For someone who just doesn't want to deal with programming.
Yeah. This is great for the people who are like, I want to run direct with as little bull crap of like dialing in as possible.
Yeah. It's not for me.
No.
But I'm also someone who can put up with a lot of bull crap. Particularly when it comes to like MIDI controllers and things like that. So we'll see. We'll see if that's successful. I mean, it's Blackstar. It's kind of that weird. You constantly ask yourself, who's buying Blackstar? Clearly, tons of people are buying Blackstar. I just don't know who they are.
Yeah, I've never met them.
Um,
Kind of like, have you ever met an Australian child?
no.
Yeah. Australia's not real, dude. They've been faking it this whole time.
I thought Australia's just the prison system for the UK.
I mean, yeah, and it still is.
Thank you to Australian listeners for listening to our show all these years. We'll miss you.
Yeah, because I've never seen a video of a kid going, "Good night, mate."
I've seen New Zealand kids, children from New Zealand.
I'm not talking about if New Zealand's real or not. Chewy, quit humping the quit humping the pillow. Come on, stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. Jude, pop him. Tell him quit humping stuff. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Scott.
Oh, I've got nothing. I'm just observing now.
Yeah. All right. So Brian May guitars has the aerial windmere. This is the aerial signature model windmere blue. Okay.
It ugly.
It is ugly.
It's a bad Explorer.
Yeah,
it took me a minute to realize that it's an Explorer.
Yeah,
because there's some Firebird in there too.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Yeah, it's ugly as shit. I love Brian May, but this is ugly as shit.
All right, you want my hot take for the day?
Yeah.
I could take or leave Brian May. He seems like a cocky average guitar player to me.
I mean, he's a fucking astrophysicist or something like that. What do you mean he seems cocky?
Oh, he's so full of himself.
What?
Oh,
I don't know about that. No. I think
so he's talking about how legendary Queen is. And it's just like, dude,
they are fucking legendary. What the fuck are you talking
about? It's okay for other people to say that and it be true, but you don't go around saying that. That's you being cocky.
It's a fucking fact. They're legends. Queen is legendary. He's not saying Brian May is legendary. He's saying Queen, the collective, the group of people, is legendary. And the whole thing with Queen was only those four people together.
Well, until Adam Lambert got involved.
No, it's Queen and Adam Lambert. I mean, not having Freddie sucks, but still, it's not like he's in Queen. Queen and who was the other guy? The guy from Bad Company, Paul Rogers. Oh, yeah, that's a bad hot take, dude.
Meh.
Oh.
Queen has some great songs. I'm not denying that. I'm not saying the band sucks. They are overrated, but it's not. They don't suck.
Whoa! Are you fucking what? They're overrated? No, they're not. They changed rock and roll. They were genre crossing. Like, literally, you can listen to one album and have like 4 different genres on there.
That's great.
And they did.
I knew this would piss you off. You know I'm just going into it harder just to piss you off further, too.
I would love to meet one person who's never heard a fucking Queen song.
Well, you can watch those fake videos on YouTube of like, drummer reacts to Queen for the first time. And I'm like, yeah, bullshit.
Yeah. I've never heard a Queen song. Have you never walked outside? Have you never been on a fucking school bus? Like the school bus just doing the. Everyone did that on the school bus.
Yeah. Like,
Unless you were homeschooled.
have you never been to a sports event ever?
Have you never walked by a sports bar? Have you never been in a fucking grocery store? Have you never walked outside of your house? Even then, if you watch TV, it's been on a commercial. Like Queen has been on everything.
Except my playlists. And moving on. Kramer has unveiled the SM1 Figured, which are 3 top-of-the-line shred machines with a AAA flame maple finish.
Okay, cool.
It's got a Floydy boy.
Cool.
It's about $1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, is this... Kramer is kind of, they're still Gibson, right? They're a Gibson sub-brand, aren't they?
Yes.
So, $1,200 for...
Oh, they're only 1,200?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
Seymour Duncan pickups.
Okay, I take my little bit of disgust. They're not just Duncan Dine, they're actual Seymour Duncans.
It's a JB1.
Okay.
And a Cool Rails single coil sized humbuckers in the neck and middle.
Can you get Cool Ranch humbuckers?
Any humbucker can be Cool Ranch if you spill enough of your chips on them.
There you go. Before every show, I crush up a bunch of Cool Ranch Doritos and put them in my pickups just to get that extra vibration.
25.5-inch scale, 24 jumbo frets, 12.6-inch radius, ebony fingerboard. White binding. The worst headstock in guitars.
Just Kramer in general?
Yes.
Is it the pointy or the banana? I like the hockey stick.
It's the hockey stick.
I like the hockey sticks.
One thing I actually think is kind of funny about it is they have got that little attachment on the back of the headstock so you can put the Allen wrenches.
Yeah.
Just store them right there. That's clever.
Yeah.
I know they've been doing that for ages.
Well, and they used to have the rubber ones, kind of like the pick wedges. That went up. Do you remember the pick wedges that went up right by your tuning pegs?
Yeah.
You just slid it in there and you could put 2 picks, and anyone who had those on their guitar, you wanted to just call them a nerd or a dweeb.
Well, I mean, when you're wearing a leotard and you don't have pockets, you need to put a pick somewhere.
Tape it to your guitar like Eddie did, but just put some double-sided tape.
Yeah, or just have one pick in your pocket and you're good.
Or hold on. Or don't drop your fucking pick, as some people would say.
Yeah.
And some people are assholes.
Well, I was about to say, speaking of assholes, but
oh, that's where you put the input on this guitar. All right, on its asshole.
You know what's funny is this link will not work for me.
Really? It worked for me.
Yeah, it just does not work.
I mean, it doesn't work if you hover, but if you click on it, it should take you
I
there.
clicked on it. It opened the link, and the website will not load.
Okay, so Abasi has the EMI 7, which is combines classic and modern features in an ergonomic and elegant double cutaway. You put the inputs on its asshole. It's got a it's not a Floydy boy, but it does have a like a Fender tremolo system, block tremolo. Okay. Fishman Fluence pickups, the Abasi pickups, an asymmetrical neck. So, okay. This isn't my thing.
Doesn't a lot of Abasi guitars have fan frets? So this being a straight fret is a feature?
I mean, kind of.
It's a simpler guitar than some of his other ones.
Yeah. It's got seven strings on it.
Yeah.
So that's where the 7 comes from. They do have one in a verdant green that's pretty cool, but it is still sold out. Oh, they're all sold out.
It looks better in black.
Yeah. No, I like the green better.
Yeah, the green looks good too.
Oh, it's only you can with shop pay, you only have to pay $342.89 a month for this.
Well,
so what is it, like a $4,000 guitar? Paying on it for a year.
If I remember right, they were like 3,000 ish when they first came out, but people were reselling them for a lot more because wait lists and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will give it this: is this a pick guard or is it just a matte finish over the playing area?
I don't. It looks like a matte finish over the playing area. It's not a pick guard.
And so there's a little bit of a trim there around the edge.
Yeah, that does look cool. I do like that.
And the front on shots, it looks fantastic. Actually, I think more guitar companies. You know who this kind of finish would look great with is the Ernie Ball John Petrucci models.
Yeah.
With the shield, I think doing a finish tone like this would look great on that.
Yeah.
I also like it. I like it more with the black hardware.
Yeah. I do love that green with the black hardware. It looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. I also like that the green has a lighter fretboard, so it kind of pops out a little bit.
Yes.
That looks really good.
So, all right. Well, let's keep on trucking and look at the new Orange Slim Rockverb 50 Mark III Combo Neo. Okay.
Has anything happened other than them swapping in a neodymium speaker to cut it down in weight?
Probably not.
Okay.
Someone's dogs are going crazy. Come on, get them, fuckers.
Switch wall power, built-in attenuator, effects loop, all valve driven. It is. The existing V30 speakers were replaced with UK-built Celestian creambacks.
Yeah.
I didn't know creambacks were neodymium. For some reason, I thought they were ceramic. Maybe there's two versions. I don't know. But they're super light and in combo amps that helps a lot. Outside of that, they thinned down the plywood from 18 millimeters to 15 millimeters, so 5/8 to a half an inch. Well, 18 is a little thicker than 5/8, but. And you might ask me, Scott, why do you know all these things? Because drywall is 16 millimeters. That's 5/8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or 13 millimeters is usually what I say for a half an inch. Anyway, that's all I got. Moving on.
Yeah.
Let's head to the low end.
The low end slap at the bass. So Epiphone introduces two affordable basses for 2023. The acoustic El Capitan J200 and the revived Newport bass.
I dig the Newport.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like what's the Wilshire?
Yep. Cornet,
like
Wilshire,
Cornet,
and
Wilshire,
what's the other one? There's another one in that mix. Depending on how the pickup configs.
Oh gosh. I can't remember. Crestwood? Yeah, I believe it's a Crestwood.
Sure. The Newport comes in at $379, three different finishes. Yeah, it's an Epiphone bass.
That's still not. That's not a bad price.
Yeah, that's Wire Classic Vibe territory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Classic Cherry, California Coral, Sunset Yellow, and a Pacific Blue colorway. They all look great.
Yeah.
Every single one. It's got two pickups in it, right?
Yes.
I was trying to make sure one wasn't just a pickup, like a cover kind of thing. So there's a bass Sidewinder pickup and a brighter sounding, crisper timbre can be found through the TB Pro. The bridge position, there's a blend knob. Tone and volume, I'm guessing, are the other two. Medium C profile, and it's a 30.5 inch scale length.
Yeah.
But I can also see that being a very popular like guitar player's bass, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of acoustic basses. I never think they sound good. That's just me.
The only time I've heard an acoustic bass sound good was on Alice in Chains Unplugged on MTV Unplugged.
But the J200 comes in at $700. Comes in at aged vintage sunburst or aged vintage natural. And if you were to take a, it's also a 30.5-inch scale. It has a Fishman Sonotone under saddle pickup and a Sonic Core preamp, which is a pretty popular piezo option. So there's somebody who that is the bass for. It's not me.
Yeah.
But that's a thing.
I mean, I think they look cool. They would look really cool for like if you're doing like a older band, like a tribute band or something like that.
I didn't want to call Boomer on this, but Boomer. This is dad who picks up bass. And doesn't want to wake all the kids up with a rumbling bass amp.
Yeah, he's like,
that's who acoustic basses are for.
Oh no, I'm talking about the other one.
But
yeah, not the acoustic.
Oh yeah, the other one.
Acoustics for the bass player who's like, I'm tired of not getting pussy at the fire. I'm the acoustic guy's getting all the girls, so I'm getting acoustic bass, and then they're being stupid that no one cares about them because the acoustic guitar player is off busy macking on the chicks while the bass player's over there trying to play something and no one knows what he's trying to play.
Where is this happening?
Out at the fire.
Uh-huh.
You guys don't do like campfires and stuff?
We do campfires, but like
no one brings an acoustic?
Nope.
Okay, then you're not doing it right, but that's okay.
I'm not that douchebag at campfires.
No, but you're supposed to know a douchebag. And the whole time they're playing, I
think it's probably like my role to be the douchebag, and I just have never fully like embraced it. Yeah, I've never gone full douchebag.
Scott, you know what? I know you've been going on this journey to kind of, with your mental health. Just embrace it. Just go full douchebag. Like one weekend. Okay? Like I think that's the point you're trying to get to, and just quit.
Is that the end goal? All this therapy that I've been over for the last couple of years. I just am just trying to become a complete douchebag. That's the goal.
Digging around and do it. Double down, double douche it. Let's do it.
Gosh, thank goodness you didn't know me in my early 20s.
Oh my gosh, we probably would not have gotten along.
No, we would not have. I was much more of a douchebag back then.
And I was probably like the guy who was like, "You are a fucking douchebag," who would just say it to your face and not even care.
You do say that to my face already.
Yeah, but I say it with love. Back then, it would have been with love.
You're starting to sound like my friend Helen. That she has 2 drinks in her, and then she starts just going, "With all due respect, with all due respect," and then she'll just say whatever she wants, and she thinks it's great. And
what is the movie where he's like, "You can't just say whatever you want."
That's Talladega Nights.
With all due respect.
Yeah.
That's Talladega Nights. Yeah, that's it.
That's not how that works.
Yeah. You can't just say with all due respect and then say whatever you want. Actually, I can. Yeah. All right, you want to talk about this last thing?
I figured you'd be interested in this last thing for some reason.
I saw it on the list and I was like, okay, I kind of dig this. So Tascam has the Portacapture X6 multi-track recorder. It's just like the Zoom. This is after the Portacapture X8. So this is slightly smaller. It's got 32 float technology. I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool.
So 32-bit is a more dynamic range in its recording. So if it's anything like the DR40, which is the Tascam 4-channel recorder I have from back in the day, right, or like just a previous generation of this, it would record at 2 different levels, like gain levels, in case you clipped your mic. You could go back and basically records with that and then effectively a pad.
Oh, nice.
Because we normally listen to 16-bit audio, right? So 32-bit audio means there's just an extra
twice as much bit.
Yeah, there's twice as much bits, which means there's twice as much dynamic range. So, ta-da.
Yeah, I do love that I
like that the XLR jacks are now on the side. I think that's a little
something
cleaner.
That they took that from the Zoom and everything and incorporated that in. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, it's a little smaller than the previous generations. It's got line in, line out, as well as headphones. So like you can plug a phone or your camera. I mean, I think the biggest application of one of these things is people will put this on top of like an XLR or a DSLR, digital single lens reflex camera, or like just a film camera. A lot of times they don't have real audio in those things. They need an extra set of mics or something like this. The XY mics on the top of this allow you to do a nice little easy stereo, and then you can do like a boom or something like that, and you can get all 4 channels. Just boom, it's right there, and just have it on one big thing, or you could put this on like a tripod or whatever.
Yeah, this is really great. Is that a touchscreen interface?
Well, there is a click wheel to it.
Right.
So I'm not sure if it's
maybe
touchscreen
probably
or not.
not. It's probably not, but it has the picture shows a great look. I mean, at least it looks great.
Yeah, I'm digging into the specs just a little bit more here because this is where I get really nerdy about it. But
trying to catch me wide and nerdy.
So it adds now it's USB-C, which is great because USB-C is such a better connector than everything else. But I was curious if it's still running at USB 2.0 speeds or if it actually upgrades to 3.0, because that would actually let you get your data on and off the thing quicker, which would be a big benefit. There's also some Bluetooth kind of junk of like on-off controls with it that you can do. It does do the dual recording kind of thing.
2.4 inch high contrast color touchscreen.
Nice.
App-like interface. Wow,
this is pretty cool. I mean, I when I first threw this on, I was like, "Oh, great, another field recorder." But it's like, wow, these got a lot better.
Yes.
Up to 512 gigabyte micro SD cards are supported now. So just to give you some context, if I recall correctly, recording on these things, it's about a gigabyte an hour.
Yeah.
More or less.
I'm digging this.
I did that math way back when I left one in a field for 24 hours for work. So yeah, I mean, I don't think storage is ever going to be an issue on one of these things, but yeah, you want to do a podcast or something like that, it's easy to set up. I know you used one of these for a while, or like a bigger version of one of these things as your audio interface for a little while.
I used the Zoom H6. Yeah. I know Chris had a Tascam.
Yeah, I have a Tascam.
Oh, you have a Tascam too. Or does he have a Tascam?
He was using mine the one time we did stuff, if I remember right. I don't know if he ever bought one.
I don't know. I wonder how much this is going to be.
I thought the price was on here. Am I wrong?
It has not been released yet. The price has not been released yet. As of what?
If I were to put my money down, I'd say it's somewhere between $200 and $300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. The X8 is $369. $390, something like that. Oh, the X6 is gonna be $369.
$369.
It's on Sweetwater.
Yeah, it's a little more expensive than I'd want.
Yeah, MSRP is $499. That's $130 instant savings.
Wow. Oh, and by the way, the XY mics can be moved into 2 configurations.
Right. So the H6 Zoom H6 is $349. So we're sitting in the same territory.
Yeah. So if you've been holding off looking for a more full-featured, field recorder, particularly those in the video field, this might be a really cool option that's out there.
Yeah, very much so. Ooh, all right. So do we have a topic this week?
I asked our Facebook group for topics this week,
and they said go F yourself.
No, we started talking about NASCAR at some point.
Oh yeah, everyone should go. Yeah, because Tony's kid is going to or graduating from NASCAR college.
Graduated from NASCAR college.
Yes, which is actually, I know if you've never been to a NASCAR event in your life, it's actually a lot of fun.
I don't think it has anything to do. Actually, I think it's just a NASCAR branded automotive of school. I don't think it's actually like.
It is. Well, I mean, it is to train people. I know they do a lot of focus on actual like race cars and stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah, Jason Fuzzlinger. Yeah, I can't say your name today. That's fine because it's not your real name, so I'm not messing it up.
I was about to say. I think it's a pass because it's not real. But
if you could have any two dirt pedals on a blend knob, what would they be?
Ooh, two dirts on a blend.
I mean,
you know what?
I already have a pedal car, so there's that.
I'm gonna have to say, probably a blues breaker and a rat.
Klon and an ODR.
I don't like the ODR.
I know you don't.
I've got a mini and I just don't care for it. I tried to like it.
Try playing with it?
Yeah.
Didn't get bigger?
It's got too much low end. Not my taste.
Okay.
You know what? I lied. Treble booster and a blues breaker. A treble booster and a blues breaker. Yeah.
There you go.
Range master and a blues breaker.
There's also something with Does It Doom pedals had the Elder God came out from Jason.
I don't know what that is.
Honestly, I can't really tell you.
Yeah. Well, this podcast has lost steam, so we're just going to call it.
It ever had steam?
Yeah, I'm really tired today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah, sorry we recorded too late at 4:00 in the afternoon.
I didn't say it was too late. I just said I want a nap. It's Saturday.
All right.
Today's my free day.
It's my free day too.
And you chose to spend it with me. Oh.
Well, I was forced to because my Monday's going to be busy.
My Monday's insane. I'm glad you mentioned it because it would have. I did not think about it. I've got to go to Nashville and back on Monday. So
my Monday's going to be busy because of the Nashville thing too, but I can't tell you what it is.
Are you going to be in Nashville?
No, it's a project in Nashville.
Oh.
I literally got the email about it Friday afternoon. Our proposal's due Tuesday, so it's just going to be. Ooh. Yeah, we're just going to have to buckle down and get it done. But it's a real cool opportunity, so I hope it works out.
Is it the Ryman?
No.
Okay, that would have been cool.
It would have been.
Is it something as cool as that?
Yes, but I can't talk about it.
I understand that. I was just asking if it was as cool.
It's bigger than the Ryman.
Ooh. Would you say it's a grand opportunity?
It's not a grand old opportunity. I'll put it that way.
All right. Okay. Would you say it's bigger than a grand old opportunity?
I think more people will be drawn there. Yes.
A whole lot of, it's not a scary place where there'd be a lot of predators.
No.
Is there?
No.
Okay. All right. Have we been here?
There's no way the predators are moving. They're downtown. That's such a good location for them. Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us. Go to theeffectsub.com. It's got links to all of our stuff, especially the Patreon, which is patreon.com/theeffectsub. If you join the Patreon, Scott will tell you what it is before he tells other people. You didn't let me finish. Before you tell other people, they'll probably know about it. I'm saying on the Patreon app because they get that early.
I don't think we talked about it in the Patreon app.
No, but I'm saying like when you're allowed to say what it is.
I mean, even when I talk about it on the episode, if you get our Patreon feed, you get our episode as soon as it's edited and posted.
Yeah, and it doesn't take long for Scott to edit it because we've gotten this down to cookie cutter science.
There's science to cookie cutters?
Yeah. Oh, you know what's really cool? So I was watching the Food That Made America, they're talking about the invention of the Pringles of the Pringle.
Oh, cool.
And it's quite a story.
I caught myself last night watching something about a guy who smuggled Pez dispensers.
Oh, I watched that too. I watched that this morning at 3:00 in the morning.
It's actually
it was phenomenal.
It was very comedic in how they did it, but it was a fun watch.
Oh, it was amazing. It was a really cool story. Like it was really one of those things where like you're watching and you're like, okay, this isn't as intense as I thought it would be, but it's still pretty cool. And like you're rooting for this guy.
It's also something that just could not happen today.
Yeah,
which is the other very interesting thing about it. It's also it's a movie celebrating a guy who committed crimes.
Crime-ish things. He did somewhat criminal things, but I remember because he got away with it because Pez didn't register with the Department of Homeland Security or something like that.
Yeah,
it was a technicality.
I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't watched it yet. It's actually worth watching. It sounds so stupid, but it's worth watching.
Well, all I can say is if you've got Scott who's like, oh, I ended up watching this, and I was like, I did too, and we haven't talked about it, and it was, and we both were excited about it. We have similar tastes and stuff, but we also have very different tastes. So, it was fantastic.
I was just happy that it didn't have the full Netflix thing where they stretch it out for too many episodes, and then there's no like twist that they've been holding back. And so the last couple episodes, you're like, will you just end the show? Gosh.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, whereas this was just a one contained thing and it's done. So
yep. All right, guys. Well, go check that movie. What was it called?
I'm opening Netflix right now.
Okay. I'll distract him for a little bit.
Where does it say? Where's your recently watched thing?
Watch it again. All right, I'm pulling up my.
Yeah.
I can't pull up my Netflix and do it at the same time, so I can never be a drummer.
Someone was just telling me about You People.
New one. Yeah, that's supposed to be pretty good.
It's not on the new one trending now. That's where I figured I'd find it really cool.
Yeah, I was on New and Hot to see what that Full Swing. That seems pretty cool. This is watch it again.
Emily the Criminal was decent, by the way, if you haven't seen that.
I'm getting annoyed that we can't find it.
I'm shocked it's like not. Oh, the Pez Outlaw.
The Pez Outlaw. That's it. Yeah, phenomenal. Go check it out. So, all right, guys. Have a good week. We'll see you next week. I'll try to be more alive next week.
You promised that last week that you'd prepare more.
I looked at it beforehand. But
the key to happiness is low expectations.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Get out of here. No one loves you anymore.
Strong. We have to just keep pushing along. We are one. So let's come together, show 'em some love.
dictionary. Why is negativity always drawn out? Pictionary, visualize love, energize lives together. We undefeated, a plan to make weathers, no gloves needed. When we weed into the mindset of achieving and believing in a community that remains happy. Ever after, the world should be one. Hate annihilated, every heart is one. Love again. So
Don't buy the hate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Don't buy the hate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Don't buy the hate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Don't buy the hate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Don't buy the hate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes.
make the love flow, 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 make the love flow,
Okay. I'm gonna take a nap. I really am. It's too late for one, but I'm gonna take one.
Yeah.
Jude, you can start downloading your game again. He's just been sitting there waiting.